Hi and welcome to VerityHearts, it's Vera. Today we're continuing on the journey of our 4 deadly Ds. Now last week I introduced the concept of the 4 deadly Ds and I explored the first one, the big ticket item called derail. You see, our minds work to keep us safe, keep us in the familiar. And that's great for situations where, you're walking home late at night and you think of taking a shortcut through that dark, isolated park. Well, you do want your mind to come up with warning signals of situations that may not be in your best interest. That's fine. We want to stop ourselves getting into real danger. But the issue is that when we have a perception of danger, or our minds have a perception of danger, and the danger isn't real. So that first one, the first D, which was derail, is where our minds come up with the scariest scenarios possible, where all the what ifs happen. So if you're thinking of starting a new business, what if the business fails? What if I lose all my money? What if I make a fool of myself? It could be things like going on and deciding to go with a new exercise regime. What if I fail? What if it doesn't work? What if people laugh at me? What if I embarrass myself? And all sorts of things happen. And they're the things that stop us in our tracks. We don't actually step out into the possibility of that future. So that's our derail. So technique number 2, if you happen to work your way through all of those scenarios and put your brain back in its box and say, no, those are all imaginary scenarios. There actually is no reality attached to those. So I am going to continue on my journey of achieving my dream. Well, the brain won't just stop there. It will start getting a little bit more manipulative and it will use technique number 2. Technique number 2 is to dissuade you from going any further. Now, this is a trickster because it uses logic. And logic will try to stifle, will try to sabotage, it will suffocate your desires, that spark of joy that you feel when you're thinking about that new goal, that dream that you're after. This is where you come up with all those lists of pros and cons. It's a logical breakdown. Now, the reason it uses logic is so that it can convince you that you don't really want that dream. Look at all those negative things associated with that dream. So think about the messages that are coming to mind after all of those big scary scenarios that you go, okay, I'm going to sit down and work this out logically. The issue there is it stifles that spark, and your dreams, your goals, your targets are actually a heart thing, they're not a head thing. So the trickster of dissuasion is about stifling your spark, your inner voice, your spirit. It's shutting that out and focusing on the mind. But don't forget, the mind is there to keep you safe, to keep you secure, to keep you just as you are. So if you then manage to take all those doubts and all those negative arguments as to why your dream isn't possible or why you shouldn't pursue it, you can put those in a little box. Have no fear, the brain still has a couple more tricks up its sleeve. And we will explore D number 3 next week. Catch you next time.